in one moment in third set when it was like 3-all and very close, like fight for every point, I just told myself that like I can relate because tennis already won.
The crowd inside International de Strasbourg fell completely silent the moment Alex Eala walked back to the bench after dropping another crucial point. And suddenly the internet started asking the same question everywhere. Should fans actually be worried? Just weeks ago, Alex was praised as one of the brightest young stars in women's tennis, with supporters believing her momentum was finally reaching a new level. But after the tough Strasbourg loss, social media timelines exploded with mixed reactions, emotional debates, and concern from fans who expected a deeper run. Some viewers blamed pressure, others pointed toward fatigue, while a few critics claim bigger opponents are beginning to expose weaknesses in her game. Still, the most shocking part wasn't only the defeat itself, it was Alex's visible frustration during key moments of the match that instantly sparked viral discussion online. Cameras caught tense expressions, long pauses between points, and emotional reactions that had fans wondering whether the pressure of rising fame is starting to hit harder than expected. Meanwhile, loyal supporters continue defending her, reminding everyone that setbacks are normal for young athletes trying to break into the top level of professional tennis. But now the tennis world is watching closely because one question suddenly feels bigger than ever. Is this just a temporary setback for Alex Eala, or the beginning of a much tougher road ahead? The tension inside International de Strasbourg kept growing with every passing game as Alex Eala tried desperately to shift the momentum back in her favor. Still, fans watching around the world could already sense that something felt different this time. From the opening exchanges, her opponent appeared more aggressive, attacking second serves, forcing longer rallies, and refusing to allow Alex the rhythm that usually makes her dangerous on clay courts. At first, supporters online believed she would settle down after a slow start because Alex had built a reputation for fighting through difficult moments. But the deeper the match went, the more frustration began showing on her face. Cameras repeatedly zoomed in as she looked toward her coaching area after missed opportunities, and every reaction instantly fueled new conversations across social media. Within minutes, clips from the match flooded TikTok, X, Instagram, and YouTube, where fans began analyzing every detail like detectives searching for answers. Some people claim the pressure of expectations is finally catching up to her after months of non-stop attention from international media, while others insisted this was simply one bad performance against a stronger opponent on the day. Still, what made the situation feel bigger than a normal loss was the emotional energy surrounding it. The crowd could feel it, commentators could hear it in her voice between points, and viewers online noticed how unusually tense she appeared compared to previous tournaments, where she looked confident and fearless even during difficult matches. As the second set continued, the atmosphere became even heavier after Alex missed a crucial break point chance that could have completely changed the direction of the match. The reaction afterward immediately became one of the most talked about moments online because she briefly slammed the ball into the court before turning away in visible frustration. For many fans, that moment didn't look like anger alone, it looked like pressure. Suddenly, debates exploded everywhere about whether the rapid rise of her career is starting to create expectations almost impossible for a young athlete to handle. Supporters reminded critics that Alex is still extremely young compared to many experienced players competing at the top level. But others argued that once a player becomes a global name, the pressure only becomes more intense. Meanwhile, sports pages and tennis blogs started posting dramatic headlines questioning if her recent momentum had slowed down at the worst possible time before upcoming major tournaments. Some commentators even pointed toward her packed schedule, suggesting exhaustion could be playing a major role behind the scenes. Fans quickly noticed how often Alex has been traveling, training, competing, attending interviews, and carrying the hopes of an entire nation at the same time. For many athletes, balancing fame and performance becomes one of the hardest parts of professional sports. And people began wondering if she is now entering that difficult phase of her career. Online reactions became even crazier after clips of her post-match walk-off started spreading across multiple platforms. Instead of her usual calm smile, Alex appeared emotionally drained while leaving the court, and viewers instantly started creating theories about what might really be happening behind the scenes. Some people speculated that injuries could be affecting her movement, while others believe the mental side of the game is becoming more challenging as expectations rise higher every tournament. Filipino fans especially flooded comment sections with emotional support, reminding everyone that Alex has already accomplished things many players only dream about at her age. Others pushed back against the negativity entirely, saying the internet has become too obsessed with turning every single loss into a crisis. But despite all the support, critics continued questioning whether Alex can consistently compete against stronger, more experienced opponents during high-pressure moments. That debate alone pushed her name into trending topics as sports. Creators and influencers rushed to give their opinions about what the Strasbourg result really means for her future. Then came another moment that sent tennis fans into complete overdrive. During the post-match discussion, commentators mentioned how different Alex's body language looked compared to earlier tournaments, where she carried herself with visible confidence and energy. That observation immediately triggered another wave of reactions online because many viewers agreed they noticed the same thing throughout the match. Every missed shot seemed to affect her more emotionally than usual, and fans began wondering if confidence might be slipping after recent difficult performances. Still, others defended her passionately, arguing that emotional reactions prove she cares deeply about improving and winning at the highest level. Former athletes even joined conversations online, explaining that young players often experience emotional ups and downs while adapting to the pressures of elite competition. According to many experienced tennis analysts, moments like this are actually common during the development of future stars, because learning how to recover mentally from losses is just as important as physical training. Despite the disappointment, many supporters pointed toward the bigger picture surrounding Alex's career. They reminded critics that almost every major tennis champion has gone through painful losses early in their journey before eventually breaking through on the biggest stages. Fans compared her situation to other young stars who faced heavy criticism before turning setbacks into motivation later in their careers. Some supporters even argued that moments like Strasbourg could become important learning experiences that help her develop stronger mental toughness moving forward. Still, that optimism hasn't completely stopped the concern spreading across social media because people know how brutal the modern sports world can be. One bad tournament quickly becomes a global discussion, and young athletes are constantly judged in real time by millions of viewers online. For Alex, the challenge now may not only be improving her game physically, but also protecting her confidence while carrying enormous public expectations every time she steps onto the court. As interviews and reactions continued circulating after the loss, one thing became clear: people are emotionally invested in Alex Eala's future more than ever before. Whether they were criticizing her performance, defending her against negativity, or simply analyzing the match, everyone seemed to agree on one thing: the tennis world is watching her closely. Some fans believe this Strasbourg defeat will motivate her to come back stronger and more focused in future tournaments, while others worry that repeated pressure could slow down her rise if she struggles to regain confidence quickly. Either way, the conversation surrounding her has become much bigger than one single match. Now every upcoming performance will likely face even more attention, more pressure, and more expectations from fans desperate to see her succeed. And after the emotional scenes in Strasbourg, one question continues, echoing across the tennis world louder than ever before. Will Alex Eala use this difficult moment as fuel for a major comeback? Or is this the first real sign that her journey to the top could become far more challenging than fans originally expected? As Alex Eala disappeared down the tunnel after her emotional loss at International de Strasbourg, fans were left debating one thing nonstop online. Is this simply a painful learning moment, or the start of a bigger struggle ahead? Despite the criticism and concern flooding social media, many supporters still believe champions are built during moments exactly like this. Now all eyes are turning toward her next tournament because the pressure will be even bigger than before. One strong comeback could silence every doubt instantly, but another difficult loss might make the questions surrounding Alex Eala even louder worldwide.